Tanse, hello, this is Delvin Kaneoyakihu, FNMI consultant at the board office. Today's topic is First Nations worldview. Specifically, I will talk about nehiyaw worldview from the perspective of Little Pine First Nation, because my mentors came from Little Pine and Poundmaker. So, in accordance to my mentors, the elders that I worked with, they taught me these 6 principles. The first principle is we are spiritual beings, and everything around us is spiritual. And so, because of that spirit that we all share, we are related. That's number 2. We are related to all things. Now, what reminds us that we're spiritual and relational? It is ceremony. That's the third principle. Ceremony is important to practice. You might call it church, but in the Indigenous way of expressing spirituality and relationality, it is done through ceremony. And ceremony happens, number 4, on the land. The land is very important, and the land is something that we connect to, and she is our mother, hence the term Okawi Mau Aski, which means Mother Earth, and we relate to her in that way. She provides for us. So we are the children of the earth. Now, we are also connected to our language. When we practice our ceremony on the land, we speak our language. Our language is very important because the teachings come through that nehiyaw or that Plains Cree language. Certainly a language I grew up with. So most First Nations practice ceremony in their tongue, in their language. So it's important to learn your language, to speak your language, to maintain your language, and to pass it on to the younger generation, to the younger people. Now, when you practice ceremony, you're connecting to your ancestors. So that is the 6th principle. Your ancestors are very important. And in our culture, in our worldview, as nehiyaw or Plains Cree people, every ceremony has nuances or understandings of a family or members of a family, an original family. And when we practice ceremony, it's like we're remembering our ancestors, that original family that we all came from. And so those ancestors are sometimes called grandfathers or grandmothers. You, in your Catholicism, you might call them angels or archangels. Nonetheless, we all have names for them. And so, in short, that is the First Nations worldview in accordance to what I learned from my ancestors and from my relatives in Poundmaker and in Little Pine. So I hope that helps you to understand a little bit about worldview. And worldview, everyone's got it. And worldview is a part of the conditioned mind. And everyone in their conditioned mind has that worldview. But really, we are all spiritual people. That's the real us, the spirit. So don't let the conditioned mind trip you up. You should respect each other's conditioned mind, but look at each other as spiritual beings. And when you do that, then you see each other without judgmentalism. Okay? Thank you very much. Have a great day.